What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. This is still me, Solomon Wisdom, aka Born to Trade, and over the past weeks we've been breaking price actions down, looking at GBPUSd and ENROLL. So last 2 weeks, I think it was last 2 weeks, where we talked about GBPUSd, I said that price was actually at this range. We did an analysis looking at what price has been doing in the market and looking at possible areas we can actually take trade from. Okay, that was what we've been doing, and you can see these are nice price action which we've been breaking down, and we were actually looking at this zone that we're going to trade from this zone. Now I think price was somewhere here. I think price was maybe around this particular area where I showed you guys that this was actually a low and this is our high right here. And I said we have an expectations, we have areas which we could actually look to trade from. So let's review that lesson once more. The high of the zone, taking the liquidity at that area. Now we have a pullback into this range. Now if you try to look at trading range, you're going to see that these are current trading range. This is the low that's printed this high. So this is our range, and what could possibly happen from this particular area. We have two things I might be looking at, or I might see price do from this area. Firstly, price might actually react from this area and continue to the upside to take this external range liquidity. And secondly, what could actually happen after tomorrow being Friday is price might actually come back to this area. Price might just come, takes this low, that is sweeping the liquidity at this low before we start seeing a reaction to the upside. And if that fails to happen, another thing that could possibly occur in the market is price might actually come deeper to take this liquidity here. It might come to this particular area just to sweep the liquidities, might come deeper and react to the upside. So I guess you actually saw what I explained here. What I said basically is that we actually have areas which price could actually react from that area. Price was actually reacting to the upside after it sweeps this buy side liquidity and retraced back into this range. So what I said firstly is that price might actually react from this zone. I identified this area, say price could actually react from this area, then a continuation to the upside that is going to sweep this buy side liquidity once more. Alternatively, if price fails to return to mitigate this area, what we're going to see, the reason I was actually looking at this area was we had this inefficiency. If this fails, then price is going to sweep this low right here. Then after it comes back to sweep this low, we're going to see a reaction to the upside, and it might come deeper to actually take the liquidity at these lows, because from what I can actually see, I could see liquidity areas. This is about drawn liquidity, areas of liquidity. This is one of the ways you can actually predict price next movement. So this was what we actually analyzed that particular day. And looking at the price action we have right now on the price chart, what you can firstly see is that first we see that reaction. Price actually came to that zone. You see we had a little mitigation and a little reaction to the upside. One thing I loved about this price action we are seeing right here is that price was efficient. So when this was happening, I still had the confidence that there was need to sweep these liquidity areas we had right here, because these are efficient price actions. So I wasn't seeing any significant area price was going to draw to apart from these liquidity areas we had at this low. And finally, what you can actually see is at first price taps into this area, making it equal lows, a more obvious liquidity area, and finally price comes deeper into this range. You see price comes back, sweeps this liquidity, make sure that the liquidity was swept, and now we've seen that reaction to the upside, and we still have an expectation. The expectation is that price is still going to take this buy side liquidity. Okay, I still have that expectation. Now we still have an expectations areas which I can actually look to trade from if I want to take a trade. But before then, I would like you to actually join our Telegram community. We have Telegram community where I share a few setups, and I always make announcements when we have new lessons that can actually help you improve as a smart money trader. So that link is actually in the description, and if you actually have interest in joining our mentorship is ongoing right now, and a lot of knowledge is being shared where we have a great community of traders, both experienced and beginner traders. So you can look to sign up for our mentorship. All you have to do is visit our website. So you can look to enroll for our mentorship if you actually have interest in joining us. Okay, if you have interest in joining that community. So we have an expectation. Firstly, we still have this higher time frame zone. I'm still looking at this higher time frame zone, this zone we have right here. I'm still looking at this zone, and we hope it's going to hold price and we're going to make money from this setup. Alternatively, we still have this low we have right here, so it's still possible that price is going to return to this area and a reaction to the upside. That's if price returns back to this area before the mitigation of this zone. Okay, if price mitigates this zone and reacting to the downside, I'm not going to look to trade from here. But if price actually returns back to this zone, then I hope it's going to fuel price to react to the upside. And before that, I actually have a lower time frame zone right here. That's if you drop to the 15 minutes time frame. You're going to see we actually have a very nice setup right here. In this case, we have this zone, and this is actually a good zone. Then this a liquidity sweep right here, price taking the lows right here. Then I'm going to expect price to build more liquidity at these areas before coming back for a mitigation. So this is actually going to be a quick trade. If it's actually going to play out, it's going to be a very quick trade. So that's it, and I hope you actually got value from this. If you got value, try to like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks very much, and see you in the next lesson.